We're gonna go adventure. I'll check it out.
Good job, man. Don't pass on his name.
I know.
He's literally right here. He just pulled up.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Let me just.
He's here. He's here. He said I just walked up, so he's about to come up right now. Boom, bro. You can see him before he takes off.
Yeah.
He should come up one of the elevators.
I would know if I did that. We do a lot of protective training with our boys.
Cool, man.
It's only why I breed them so they can That's like a nigga. That's a nigga had no muscles to do that.
That's the 149
There's a guy named Stan Smith. Irony is the CEO of this dog. His name's Stan Smith. Black dude that trains the dog. He's fucking Asian and black. They're not even related. Stan Smith as well. But he actually does high-end training. Literally got invited to compete with all the police and Coast Guard in Miami. Smoked all their ass. One AR-15.
Okay.
He's a young man who's really good at the training stuff. Who doesn't know his worth.
Is he? And he's got Malinois, I assume.
No, that's the thing. He hates Malinois. The irony is he trains everything but him. He says they're too timid, they're too soft, and he said they're too emotional.
Yeah.
So you understand. So he's like, fuck them Malinois.
Yeah.
So he actually loves the fact that my boy Ego, I got about a 7-month-old bully, who he's like, bro, send me them videos and them pictures. That boy look good working.
Yeah.
And his mom, I just took her out there when I said, I just want to see because she's a lunatic. She's fucking nuts. And she got busy, and I said, I'm breeding for this purpose. So Ego's on a mission.
Okay.
Yeah. That's look, Stan sent me this Stan sent me a working dog and breeding thing. A couple of big trainers was on the other day on a live doing it. And we're gonna bring them on and do some stuff. Look, I like dogs that can do stuff.
I think he called me. I told him no.
Who, ex-dog CEO?
Yeah, he called me and I said, no, I don't do live shit.
Ah!
I said, because either I get too drunk and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Bye, guys.
Bye, have a good day. Drive safe.
I told him no. I was like, no, I don't want to do it.
It's just a matter of comfort. When Stan doesn't know anymore.
Thank God.
No.
And this is the last time that they're going to give away this type of trophy to retiring this thing. We got relics now.
Alright, here we go for show 3.
That was really cool about it
females.
too, because I'm a collector. Like I collect everything.
Pocket females from 1 to 2 years old for show 3.
Pretty neat. I don't know how
Number
we're going
2,
to pack
number
those and get them
16,
home,
number
but
18. Number 99, number 86, number 92,
no, he's going to hold it like this.
number 115, all in the ring.
Twins.
We have twins. Might have quadruplets by the time.
I
For
know.
show 4, Junior Hammers,
I'm
I
stoked,
Need,
man. Really happy.
Layla,
It's been a good day.
Alexis,
The boys doing good.
Jackson,
They're
all in
showing well.
the ring.
The little one? Who's the little one?
Fortuna. Female Grand Champ. My buddy Aaron's dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought.
Not Aaron's.
What happened to that other one that you were talking about? The female?
Okay.
Oh, you made that so easy.
Really?
And if you see him, he's more like cut,
Yeah.
versus let's just have a conversation. So if somebody hits you up and say, hey, we want to go live, it's not like, hey, we're doing anything different than what we're doing. It's just now there's viewers. And the one thing I tell everybody is do not read the comments, the questions, because it gets overwhelming when you're trying to, oh, let me respond. No, we're having a conversation. They can just view.
I hate those live videos where they do that and they'll stop in the middle of a sentence. They're like, oh, because they want to answer that question really quick. And I'm like, no, I was interested in what you were saying. Like, don't do that. I hate that. I can't stand
Exactly. You want to keep that same momentum going, and then we'll go back. So at the end, we'll answer up to 2 or 3 questions. But I organize mine like this is today's lesson. Is this? Y'all want to learn something? It'll be posted. You can share, like, whatever. There were 2 to 3 questions afterwards, but nobody's reacting because those are reactive people.
Yeah.
And like, calm down, because it gets some of my people who are very smart. It gets them like flustered.
Yeah.
Like, Trev, I don't know what to do right now. Just tune them out. And you don't want to turn the comments off because you want people to engage.
Yeah, you do. No, I get it.
So he's a working dog to that person.
He's the only dog that's ever competed in French ring that achieved a French ring title as an American.
And what is his kill word?
What is what?
Kill word.
I'm not telling you.
Well, I ain't gonna say that shit. I ain't want him fucking with me.
No, it's attack.
Okay. I know some of them say watch him eat, all that stuff.
Well, for sport work, you can't. So sport work's very particular on how you command. You have to have certain language, and the language has to, like any PSA, French ring, Mondial ring, like IPO, IGP, any of them, you have to make sure that the judge understands your language as well as everybody else. So the judges come from France, so you can train in French because that's the origin of the sport, or like German or whatever, that the other origin of sport, or the origin of the dog. So if you get a dog from Czechoslovakia, you get a dog from like Brazil, they can train in that language. I have to train in English because we all American no matter what I do.
Yeah.
And they have to be the certain commands. It has to be sit, it has to be stand, it has to be down, it has to be attack, it has to be like, you know. So for sport work, you have to be in that.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't,
good to know.
yeah, because some people will do, they'll be like, chill, the dog lays down. Well, a guy from France that doesn't speak English is like, what the hell is that?
Not only
word?
is that not English, that's like...
Could he be telling him to like correct him? You know, he don't know.
He literally doesn't know.
Yeah, so.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And you do the work with her too?
Yes.
Oh, shit. So what kind of dog do you have? Are you guys both just train?
He has, well, he took his daughter, and she's very civil, so we're trying to get her to target equipment and not people.
Oh, she's one of those.
She's a badass though. She is straight up a badass. Like I would take that, and she is friendly as fuck with everybody. Super gentle around kids.
And I just learned this phrase you just used. So before when someone says civil, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
And then I was in the middle of doing this with a guy who's been doing it for 15 years, and he asked the other guy, hey, is the dog civil, or what's the other word?
Sport.
Or
equipment oriented.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
I thought the dog just bit when you said bite, you know? And it's just not the case.
There's a lot once you get into it. There's a lot of like, because you can have, I mean, like a personal protection dog, right? It's supposed to be super chill with everybody and like a little worry of strangers, but like super chill until you tell them what to guard with, you know? Because I said she's not loyal either, which makes it a little hard because the kids could be in her backyard. We don't have kids, but like we have stowaway kids, we call them, and they be swimming, and somebody that she don't know come in that backyard, she will guard those kids, 100%. But it could be anybody. It could be their dad, you know. But if I walk in the backyard, I'm like, bitch, it's me, and she's like, oh, okay, and she'll. Okay, I'm okay with you. You know, it's like, she just gotta like, she's not loyal. That's the hard part.
Oh, loyalty is a bitch, isn't it?
Right? And she would go with anybody. She goes with him. She sleeps with his son. She sleeps with, you know, like.
You know, look. For the first almost 6 months, any of the dogs that I really fuck with, like they'll be out, but nobody gets to touch them. I'm like, hey, I'm letting him out the cage. Should we go play? We build that bond, you know? And I'm like, y'all not understand what I'm trying to do with this dog. He can't, and my girl Zara, which is the mother of Ego, we got 8 dogs at the house. Literally, the door be open, she'll be sitting at the edge of my bed. He's not leaving.
Yeah.
And so that loyalty thing, that's everything in this particular
Well, and like, so breed standard says they're supposed to be not loyal, right? They're supposed to be everybody's friend. So like, you can look at the breed standard, they're supposed to be companion, and they're supposed to be friendly with people and strangers and other dogs. So I'm like, so that means that dog is not loyal, right? Mm-hmm. That means they're everybody's bestie. Like, she would go home with anybody. And same, so it took a lot for me to get him to be loyal-ish, you know, because he couldn't touch, nobody could touch him, nobody could go around him.
People too, because they get a little like,
they get offended.
I'd be like this, hey. That's why I'm glad I got kennel partners. I'm like this. I'm letting the dog out. Nobody touch the dog. Nobody feed him. Nobody. This has to go on for the next however long. I'm building that, making sure he understands our process.
Yeah, it's a huge process.
It is, and it's constant work. That's the part that people fail to realize. Well, it's not like one day off, you get 2 days off, you set the dog back. Yep.
Well, I said nobody, like, we'll go out to car shows or something, or somewhere in public and stuff, and they're like, oh, he's so great, like, I want a dog just like that. And I'm like, you put the work that I did and you could have a dog just like this. You train fucking 5 nights a week every single day and don't miss it for 6 years, you can have a dog just like this. Don't bullshit me.
Exactly. Trust me, I understand it's you can't do it all. You know, I keep getting you really gotta just pick and choose which ones you're gonna put that level of energy into, and they gotta have.
But if you like it,
absolutely.
If you like it,
and my boy Ego, he's got some drive, man. He's got some drive. It's frightening to see how.
Well, he's 8 years old, and we can finally come out to a show, and he's like, chill. You know, like he's not chill, but he's chill. You know.
And that's my buddy's dog too. He's got like an 8 or 9-year-old pit bull. Goes good, man. It's a good time. It's a good time. It was very fun to watch the dog go there, and I've never seen that before. So I was like, I saw this guy. I was like, I want in. I want in. I don't know if she even do it.
It's a lot of work.
But the work that they fail to realize is the bonding part is almost more important than the training.
Absolutely.
Because you can train it. If the bond is there, that dog will do anything for you.
Well, and that's the other, like a lot of people that train with this guy named Shane, and then they want to come out and they want to do like a sport, they want to do IGP, and I said, don't worry about the sport, train your dog, and then have fun with him. And I said, and then you can go anywhere and he'll do anything you want, or she will do anything you want.
I think that's one of the most important things too people fail to realize, because I think when they take it too serious and they treat the dog like an occupant of their home or a tool, like you said, versus the one thing that Stan I think does different, which I've enjoyed, is he loves his dog.
Yeah.
And that in itself is how he gets. So that part right there, people miss too, because like, oh, I got to put him up. Oh no, I don't show him any love. Oh no, you like, well, no wonder that dog don't listen.
Yeah.
That dog don't give a shit about you. It's like,
Yeah. That's why I like training the bullies too, because you get home and you're like, you're so good, you know, and they like, yay, they soak it right up. Or like, you do that to a Malinois and they're like, what, bitch? And you're like, no, yeah, put you in a kennel and you're good. You feed me, we're good. Yeah.
they're too much. They're just too much. There's too much energy.
Yeah. Well, not even like if you do a lot of sport work, they're not energy wise. It's like
She's talking. Why is it on me?
I don't. But like it's like you said, they're sensitive. They're sensitive with their feet. They're sensitive. You know, like some are crazy though. Like don't get me wrong, some are fucking nuts. But I would never own one.
That could almost be bred into any dog a little nutty, right? And then you got to work it out. You said, look, that's a little too extreme. I need some control here.
Yeah.
But you're right, and I love the roots of what the bully is made up of. I love
working dogs, right?
So I'm like, I don't know how you got. I was raised around dogs, like German Shepherd. I was raised around dogs that got
German
busy.
Shepherds, yeah.
Look, I used to walk a dog named Mia, and I seen that motherfucker run through a wooden fence one time.
Yeah.
I want that dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not these dogs that can't do shit like this. You're like, oh, that's not a dog guy. Your dog can't go on a 2-mile walk or a hike or something. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, same, because I want, like,
His
he
mouth's been
goes,
shut the whole time. Trust me, he ain't doing this slobber thing. I've seen every day. Go, that's the kind of dog you.
he goes to the dunes with us, he, like, hangs out, like, he goes to the river with us, like, he goes everywhere. Like, I don't want a dog that I can't take that just because they physically poop out on you, you know, like, keep up. I got a Corso to keep up because he's getting older, and I was like, well, Corsos, they're very athletic, and they're big dogs, and I like big dogs, and I wanted something different, you know, trying, and he sucked. Dude, he sucks. I was gonna put him down at like 6 months.
Just because he's that bad?
Yeah, like he's scared shitless of people, and then he got scared of this fucking sun because he walked outside and looked straight at it, hurt your eyeballs.
Now, guys, when you heard us, you heard us say put him down. What you guys don't understand is when a dog is that big and it's fearful, the worst thing that can happen to a dog that's afraid is it fuck you up because it is unsure about what's going on.
And they can't, because they can't run. They have to, it's fight or flight. So if they can't flight, and you have them on a leash or they get in the backyard, they're gonna fight you. And it's the worst kind of like fight that you'll ever experience. And it sucks.
Because there's nothing. I mean, look, I know a woman who got a dog this big put a tooth through her hand, all because it was under the bed and it was scared as shit. They got it from, unfortunately, you know, and this is no disrespect to those people who go and get the $10 dogs from the shelters. I breed.
They don't know where it came from.
Yeah, that's
They
the
don't
point.
know, like,
I breed because, like I told them, you asked my kindergartners, I told them exactly what Ego was gonna be able to do, and it exactly on track.
Yep.
He's using whips. The boy's got no fear. I told you what he was gonna be able to do, but I'm like, characteristics also come from the mother. So if your mother is, you just got to know breeding. That's a whole other thing. But a fearful dog, I'm afraid of a scary dog because a scary dog will ruin your life or kids' life. Because it'll react. Rottweilers that get scary,
and you don't know when or how they're gonna react. You don't know what's gonna trigger them. They just get scared, and then they're gonna be like, bah! And they react, and you're like, shit, I wasn't ready for it. Where like any type of like confident dog, you can see it. You can see, and they're like, yes, and they just.
You can work that confidence back some. You can point it in the right direction.
Yeah,
but fear,
you can't.
You can't point fear in the right direction, just like you humans. Y'all humans that are scary. It's the same thing for y'all jokers, boy. You can't point y'all in the right direction. Y'all just stay in y'all's little room in the dark, hiding away from what's going on in real life. And look, I appreciate that, but this is gonna go up on YouTube just so y'all know.
God.
No.
This is going up there. She says she don't do lives. That's fine. We recorded. We're gonna post it later.
Asshole. All right, so get this too. So I've bred him twice.
Yeah.
And all of his sons and daughters are hog dogs.
Oh, so you guys taking bull bait? Or what's it called?
Hog hunting.
Hog hunting.
They
My bad.
catch dogs.
Shit.
So
You guys got any footage of this?
yeah, it's all over my Facebook.
Okay, yeah, I have to find you guys through Fred. I'll tell Fred, send me these because I'll send you the link to this when it's up.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's
Yeah.
one of the things I literally just told him the other night. Once Ego gets of age and I get one more dog, because we got mad dogs, we got puppies, right?
Yeah.
I jumped out of breeding a long time ago
Okay.
because he just got like this bully thing. It's like, y'all motherfucker, this is stupid.
Right.
And so I literally was like, oh, they still are fucking this dog up. I go, I gotta help fix it. That's the only reason why I'm here, is I'm like, I can help fix it.
I think the hardest part right now is trying to find, because a working bully is not a popular opinion, right? And the people that want to get into it, like they think they're going to get a working dog, and they're not. They're going to get a bully. And then the people that want to get into working with a bully, they're not. You know, it's just, and it's too much. So then we're having a hard time, like with the next litter we have with his dad, and then his daughter. So it's a grand, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And everybody's kind of like, well, I'm like, I bet you they're gonna be hardcore working dogs. They're not gonna fuck around.
Well, guys, just so you know, for those that are watching this also, the ones that are real close to me know that we're working on building an American Terrier. I told them that I actually hate the American Bully name. It's never going to be announced at Westminster. And I don't know why they didn't call it American Terrier in the first place, because they wanted a dog that was bigger than a pit bull, had a little bit more head, a little bit more bone. And in my case, I like when they're clean and can breathe and can move. So you go, an American Terrier, that sounds more realistic, because I love the root of a terrier and its tenacity.
Yeah.
But I also like that my girls and my dogs we got at the crib, they can chill too. They're not always amped up, but when it's time to go play, they go to work. So that middle ground, it's a better name. We gonna write the standard. We gonna create something for us, and we gonna promote it. And the dog will have muscles. It will have capabilities. It will be able
Are
to
you
swim.
gonna mix anything else into it?
Well, I've actually got the dog encyclopedia book, so I can see if I wanted to add any other unique features. But the root of it is a Staffy and a pit bull. You go, how do we create that solid Staffy head every time? A good head, good bone, good structure, and some good movement. You go, I don't know what else to add to be clear.
Yeah.
So we're working on it. It's look, you've heard it once before in a very long video. I've been talking to the people who do breeding like 30, 40 years into the AKC stuff, because I want to get it right.
Yeah.
I want to get it right, but as I said, they're never going to see American Bully at the Westminster.
Question: if you do like work and stuff, have you ever talked to Larry Hansen?
No, I just look. I've got my first boy is just now 7 months and able to do something.
But I'm just saying, like, as far as like a working person or like a breeder, she's fucking like
it's
a
a girl.
godsend. Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Larry, she's amazing.
She is the
Say
only
less.
person. She's the only person that has American Pit Bull Terriers, Staffies in working competitions, and they're. I mean, this is back in the 80s. She worked with Diane Jessup to get dogs. She's got lines from Diane Jessup, and then that's where she started. And she is a freaking she's very humble, very good, very, like, if you want to get into something like that,
I need
with
to go
Staffies
learn.
and Pit Bulls,
I need to go learn.
talk to her.
We will definitely reach
She's
out.
an awesome person. Like, she's my idol, but she's,
So you talk to her all the time?
no, because I'm,
Oh,
she's
my
like, you know, I should throw like rose petals down on the ground for her or some shit. I'd be like, oh my God, she's here.
I'd imagine if she met you, she would be excited because someone is that fascinated.
We've trialed together at French Ring. We've trialed together. She was my ring steward, and I was like, now you made me even nervous. And she walks in, and I had to walk into a blind. She goes, breathe, and I'm like, but you're here, and I'm trialing, and I'm fucked up.
So she had you all worked up there.
Oh
huh?
yeah.
But we're definitely gonna look into it. Look, I'm new to a couple different spaces. I think, as I told my guys, in about 3 years we'll have the dogs to really start this whole thing.
Yeah.
And make it make sense. And mind you, we've got the dogs.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as like getting to that F1 model,
Yeah.
and then really just continue to practice our communications, doing the work, doing the training.
Yeah.
I've got a good guy that's gonna help us with that, but it's gonna take time. It's literally gonna take time, but
Years.
time is the enemy of my friend. But I use it pretty proficiently, so we'll be okay. So go ahead and tell me your name. What are you guys? Brittany and
Chopper.
Chopper. That's your real government name?
No.
No, but if you said his real name, nobody will know who you're talking about.
Okay, so this is Chopper Style. Chopper Style here, and this is their dog. What's his name?
His name is Shock and Oz Bulletproof, aka Titanium.
Okay, Titanium.
You want his title?
She got 4 names like a Hispanic.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I know a lot about culture and life. Look, we seriously appreciate you. And you guys have a kennel, or what do you guys do? Okay.
I got stickers. No, I'll give you a card or something.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So she got the stickers and stuff. Look, we appreciate her candor and truth and all this, and yours as well. For those that have a dog, look, I don't know why people get dogs and don't do shit with them. And most time when you do get a dog and don't do shit with it, it dies in the backyard, or you put it in at the shelter because you didn't know the kind of dog you was getting first, and that it required stimulation work. It required opportunity. And the best thing I heard a trainer say that I interviewed here recently was that a lot of y'all getting dogs, taking dogs to do what you want to do. But that ain't what the dog want to do. And if you get a dog, you need to know what it does so that it can be appeased. Otherwise, it will destroy your house. So when people say, "Hey, what should I do with the dog I got for you?" I said, "You better work that motherfucker, because he'll ruin your house, my guy."
There's also
Doberman to be a pet.
There you go. A Doberman is not a pet.
well, there's a thing that like all trainers will say: train the dog in front of you. Don't train the dog you want.
Yeah.
Train the dog in front of you. So like, if the dog's not gonna do dock diving because it's scared of water, then do lure coursing. Do everything else. Do barn hunting. Do something that they're gonna enjoy. Train the dog in front of you. Don't train the dog that you think you got.
And it's so funny, like for those people who really love dogs, man, I love watching a dog in its element, because like we think of golden retrievers, right? A golden retriever can be in some cold ass water, man, and be just fucking fine.
They should be.
Yeah, that's my point. I've seen one, I go, wow, I forgot that a golden retriever even can, dwell in those conditions and be okay. But you guys have humanized them so much that you really have taken the opportunity for the dog to really grow. Like if you actually put your dog even in its environment, you'd see a different dog. I've watched dogs walk outside, you'd be like, I didn't know this dog had it in it, but it was like, oh, bruh, I smell the fresh air. And your dog needs vitamin D to synthesize it needs sun to synthesize vitamin D to keep its bones strong anyway. So take your dog outside anyway. That's a whole nother thing. We going somewhere with this shit. We going somewhere with this shit. I know, trust me, and I go down rabbit holes. I said we gotta pace ourselves. We gonna put up 1,000 videos this year. I'm gonna be in a lot of places doing a lot of things. Again, signing off people, follow them, I'm gonna tag them and everything. All right? That was a good run.